Greetings from wherever you're watching us from. If you're new here, I'm your host, Rozitta. Thank you so much for joining me on a brand new episode of The Corner Seat. We are coming to you from Gong Hills Hotel here in Nairobi, and I promise you it's such a serene place. Special thanks to the management for partnering with us so that we can be able to host our show over here. The guest I'm about to introduce to you is an inspirational speaker. He is a mentor. Believe it or not, he's also a relationship coach and he's an author. Lady or gentleman, help me introduce to you Allan Lawrence. Karibu sana.
Thank you so much for having me.
How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. We thank God.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you
I've
too.
just been seeing you on screens. People tagging me, Rozitta, you have to look for this man, and I said, your wish is my command.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining me.
Yeah, thank you so much, and everyone who recommended me to meet Rozitta, and I'm telling you, she's amazing.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So please begin by introducing yourself to my guest, to our viewers, sorry.
Yeah, I'm just a simple man, and I'm trying so much to at least, as the way Miles Monroe said, to ensure that the moment I exist on the surface of the earth, I live by three things: to encourage, equip, and empower lives. So I just want to exist the surface of the earth when I'm totally empty, just to impact lives.
Wow.
Yeah.
So who is Allan Lawrence?
Wow, Allan Lawrence is an inspirational speaker, author, life coach, mentor, and as well as I couple as a youth minister in church. Yeah, that is who I am. Apart from that, I'm also a businessman here and there, you know. Hustle muhimu.
Muhimu bana. We have to look for money.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Did you grow up in Nairobi?
Not really. I'm just a village boy from Turkana, actually.
Oh.
Yeah. Then I came to Nairobi.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So I'm aware you are a relationship coach. Let me just begin by asking you this question.
I know.
That so many people probably ask you.
Yeah.
You are so young, yet you are a relationship coach. How is that?
Wow, I believe in one thing: waiting to learn out of experience is absolute ignorance.
Oof.
Wisdom dictates that you use other people's experience and you inculcate it into your system so that you can. So you don't need to make those experience. You have to be in that experience so that you become one.
Don't wait.
That's why I always say, you know, like men of God will preach to us about heaven, about hell. It's not that they have experience, so they are not speaking from a point of perfection or from a point of experience. It's from a point of mandate.
Wow.
So it comes also from a point of mandate.
My pupils, you've written a book called Before You Think of Dating.
Sure.
When did you publish this book?
2019.
2019.
Yes.
What inspired you to write the book?
I feel for my generation, because many people are using a relationship as a rescue mission. Many people are using a relationship as just as an escape plan from themselves. So from that experiences and seeing the mistakes people are making, I just decided that, you know what, why can't we have this? Because all of us, we believe and we know information is power. So how powerful you want to be in life, it is pegged on the kind of information you have.
True.
So I yearn for a day whereby when people are getting into a relationship, they know what they're signing up for. That's why I've said over and over that people get into a relationship as if they are buying applicant sets, whereby they are not sure of, you know, the only person who reads that thing is the person who wrote it. So people just get that thing and they sign. The same case is happening in relationships. Just because you want to fit in, just, you know.
Everyone just wants to be in a relationship for the sake of it.
For the sake of it.
Especially the young people.
Exactly.
So what are these things that we should consider before thinking of dating, not even dating?
Yeah. Before you think of dating, number one thing is, are you functioning in your purpose? That's why I always say and speak to the boy child, or boy child. When God created Adam and Eve, the first assignment he gave Adam actually, he planted him in the Garden of Eden, meaning that was a what do we call that thing?
Jurisdiction.
Yes, you know, when you went to school in in groups instead of school of groups, that's what happened. So basically, that is whereby Adam was in the Garden of Eden, was given a place, and he was given work That's when Eve was brought in.
Yeah.
So I always say for
Okay,
wow.
just a minute.
Okay.
Have your tea.
Thank you so much.
Such a beautiful kettle.
Yeah, this still looks good.
I know.
Yeah.
Expensive tea.
I'm telling you. And you know my Luya, so what do you expect? Yeah?
So you were saying?
Yeah, as I was saying, you know, Adam,
Yeah.
in the Bible, Adam was given work. He was given responsibility.
Yes.
So, and a woman was brought in when she was needed, not wanted.
Oh, repeat. Needed,
Yeah,
not wanted.
not wanted. So, the first thing as a man, you have to understand what's your life purpose, so that this person can come as a helper to help you fulfill your purpose. So the number one thing is what is your life purpose? Then number two, what is the purpose of this relationship?
Every relationship should have a purpose.
Yeah, because no relationship will ever leave you neutral. It's either it's buying something into you or selling something out of you. So it will never leave you neutral. So you have to be very, very much categorical of who you get yoked to.
So you should make sure before getting in, you understand what you're looking for in a relationship.
In a relationship.
Wow.
That's why I always tell ladies that when a man approaches you that that's I love you, I don't mean to be materialistic, but you be like, don't be quick to say I love you too. You should be like, what's your life purpose?
Ask them what's your life purpose.
Because what am I really coming? Because I'm coming into your life as a lady, like to be a helper. What am I helping you?
Yeah.
So
ask what's your life purpose.
What's your life purpose?
My people, ask about purpose.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You need to be very, very, very much comfortable with yourself. That's why I began by saying, do not use a relationship as a rescue mission from yourself.
What do you mean by be comfortable with yourself? Is it physically, emotionally?
Physically, emotionally, financially. Because if you are not like you've not understood all those kind of things, you'll get into this relationship expecting so much to get out of the relationship. That's why you'll end up being frustrated.
So you're getting into a relationship to receive, not
not to give. So that is where now the problem comes in, because once you are comfortable with yourself, are you comfortable with the man in the mirror or the woman in the mirror? So that, believe me, a relationship can come and go. You know, and even sometimes you can wake up and you don't feel like anyone to tell you that they love you. But what will cement the two of you is the purpose. What will cement the two of you? If I'm comfortable, I'm whole with myself. I was saying that a relationship is not a garage.
It's not.
Like if you have your bad behaviors, it doesn't mean that this relationship will change you. You know, and do not come to a relationship. This is, remember, it's a mutual coexistence.
Yes.
It is not a mentorship. That's why some people get into a relationship as if it's a mentorship program. You know, you just pick a lady or you pick a man. You say, oh, no problem, my friend. You're not God. You're not God going to change this person. Let this person come. Knowing the dynamics of a relationship, that way you'll enjoy a relationship.
But we have this saying that says that two are better than one. And what you've been with somebody will help you to be better.
First of all, I've said a relationship will never change who you are. It's just a continuation of who you are.
It enhances who you are.
It enhances who you are. So even if, let's say, it's okay, two are better than one. If this person is wounded and you are whole, this person will come and they will bleed on you. And yet, like, you are trying to make this relationship work, it's like you are moving 100 steps ahead and this person is pulling you 200 steps backward. You can never move. So you must be in one accord.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Purpose, your life purpose, then have a purpose for the relationship.
Yes.
So I saw a chapter in the book, and I'd love for you to talk a little bit about it. You said about talk yourself into it. Talk yourself into it. I mean, you want to get into a relationship, must you talk yourself into it, or what are you trying to say?
Well, you know, especially people who are being mentored, you will understand, because Rozitta, you are a voice, and the moment you speak to someone, let's say you tell them that some of the things they need to look into a man, or rather, let's say you are a pastor, then you like by a prophetic unction, you tell someone that you need, because this thing is against your wish.
Yes.
Remember, a relationship, or rather marriage and everything, remember, everything about you revolves around relationships.
Yes.
For you to enjoy life, or for you to face bitterness of life, is always in the context of a relationship. So do not let anyone push a relationship down your throat. They be like, you know what, you must get into a relationship. Even on the other side, even the other person who is trying to pursue you, they should not push a relationship down your throat. Why should I say so? You need to be sure, what am I really signing up for? You know, like this person, do they meet my criteria? Do they match the person I have? Because every one of us have their partner in their mind. Like, I understand there are some things you will have to compromise, but this person, what is the percentage of the things you have to compromise? Because a relationship is believe me, it forms like 98% of your life. So you have to be very, very, very intentional and very, very categorical on who you get committed to. You know, that's why I've always said a relationship is never a feeling; it's a commitment.
Oh, it's not a feeling; it's
a commitment. Yeah.
And people need to learn how to commit.
Yeah.
Now, you said as a relationship coach, you've of course counseled people, you've talked to people. What are some of the things that you've come to learn are the major undoing of the youth as long as relationships are concerned?
Number one is people don't understand their love languages.
Love languages.
Yeah. Because in a relationship, remember, for lack of a better word, is like a self-imprisonment. Because the moment I'm in a relationship with you, I die to myself. You know, I have to commit myself to this person, to their well-being. That's why it's a commitment. So the moment you've understood your love language, you need to communicate your love language without expectations. Today, people let's say, I'm buying you a gift. I'm buying you a gift because I want to.
You want to receive a gift in return.
Yeah, that is now madness.
So
you have to be like, this is my love language. I'm communicating this love language always without any expectation. So you find today people are doing things in order to bait and in order to win somebody's heart, which is bad. Then another thing, in most of the people get into a relationship today, especially the youth, is because of they're just not comfortable around themselves. You ask them, what is the reason of you getting into the relationship? They will never tell you. Because, you know, getting into a relationship is just like playing football without goalposts. No matter how well you play, you can never score. So what is the purpose of this relationship?
So people feel like, hey, I don't want to be alone.
Exactly,
I also want
loneliness.
to have my person.
Yeah. So be like, before you get into a relationship, be alone but never lonely.
Be alone but never lonely. How do you overcome loneliness? You're single, you're aging. How do you overcome loneliness?
What, apart from a relationship, what really defines you? What is your life purpose? Like after all said and done, what will you be remembered for? Because today, believe me, no one remembers even the watch Nelson Mandela had, even the car. No one talks about.
Wow.
But the kind of impact they left, as a legend. I will not want to see your money or what have you. Is which kind of legacy are you leaving behind?
Okay.
So as you live, are you functioning in your purpose? Are you functioning in your legacy? Because if you've not unmapped and be living in your purpose, believe me, you will be abused, and you'll be helping someone who has understood their purpose and they're functioning into it. So you will tend up, you will be like abused out of it. So you just need to be comfortable in your own skin. Find what can you really do that gives you fulfillment, you know? Yeah. I believe it's better for you to wait other than to waste.
Wait rather than to
waste.
Where?
So it's better for you, like it might take long, no problem, but it's better for you to take, you know, it's better for you to take long, and a person who is meant for you to gravitate themselves towards you. But don't lower your standard to accommodate jokers.
Where? This is going deep too fast, Manze. Hey, I want us to take a short break because we need to breathe. We need to breathe.
Oh, okay.
Lady or gentleman, that is Allan Lawrence for you. He is such a tank of wealth and wisdom, and I hope you're going to stay tuned. We'll be back after the break. Lady or gentleman, we are back. That was Ngong Hills Hotel for you. Absolutely a serene and ambient place. They have a restaurant, they have suites for you if you want to spend over, and trust me, the environment over here cannot disappoint you at all. Before we went on a break, Allan Lawrence was talking to us about things you should consider before thinking of dating. He's mentioned a few things, and I want us to delve deeper and talk more on the same. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much.
So there's something you mentioned, the love languages, and I thought to myself, there's probably somebody wondering what are love languages. Please explain that to us and then give us the love languages.
Wow, love languages is what really makes you communicate and perceive love.
Does it mean how you want to be communicated love, or how you want to receive it?
Mostly you have to know how you communicate love.
Communicate, okay.
So like how you give love.
Okay.
That is when you can know how to receive.
Okay.
Yeah, and for love languages we have what do we call this thing? Act of service.
Yeah, act of service.
We have touch. We have words of affirmation. We have gifts, and we have time.
Time, quality time.
Quality time, not just time. Quality time. So in all those categories, especially if you know, you can have even as far as 3 love languages.
Yeah.
So all along, provided you've understood your love language, you need to try. I know you cannot try 100%, but keep on trying. Try so much to communicate that to people around you. Believe me, you will receive love. But do not communicate, because it gives you fulfillment. It's not about them, it's about you. So communicate that without having expectations.
Without having expectations.
So I'm looking for a day in the society and in the world whereby everyone will be understanding their love languages and they will freely communicate it. Can you imagine that? You know, that
would be amazing.
Yeah.
Except I'm wondering, are there really human beings remaining on earth who don't have expectations?
That no wonder many people today, they end up being frustrated.
Yeah.
They have unrealistic expectations.
Unrealistic.
They have even these expectations.
Yeah.
They have not communicated.
Okay.
You know, like today you find people call others fake friends, and believe me, if you notice that your surrounding is with fake friends, check yourself. It means also you yourself, you're fake.
You're a fake friend.
And on the other side, maybe in your circle of friends, what are you really doing? Because if you do it genuinely without expectation, you will never have fake friends.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. So the love languages, you've said that 5, and I've had some men argue that they don't have love languages. For them, it's only plain acts of service. I don't know. What's your take on that?
The fact that they know they don't have love language, it means that they already have one.
What do you mean by that?
Because if they really know that love has a language, it means that intrinsically there is a way they want to receive love, but they are not receiving. There is a way they communicate love, but they are not receiving. So it all boils down to people having total self-introspection. Because, you know, that is why some extent me, I rebel friends or people who like every now and then they just want your company. You need to learn to always enjoy your own company so that you can be able to be comfortable around yourself, so that you can be able to love on yourself. Sometimes get yourself out there, treat yourself, or if possible, get to the spa, do your nails, reading like a magazine, not the book of Habakkuk, you know. Just love on yourself. Yeah, just love on yourself. Enjoy life. It's not a sin to get to some places. You know, Christianity is not being like bored and you know, all those kind of things. Kuboeka si kuboeka. Enjoy life, my friend.
Amazing.
That's why I love my brothers and sisters from the left side. They always say, Jesus saves and we spend.
I've never heard of that. That's an interesting one.
Yeah.
So going back to your book, the chapter that you have said, don't use your experiences to come
expectations
up with, don't use experience to create expectation. What got you to that point of talking about experiences and expectations? Because you've also mentioned expectations as long as love language is concerned.
You see, like in that perspective, I was talking to someone who has come from, who is nursing a heartbreak. Like, you moved from this relationship, you're getting into this relationship, but deep down yourself, you are saying, will it work, will it not work? Because you are using that experience you had, it doesn't mean that because that person wasn't kind to you, doesn't mean that this relationship also will be bad to you. And also do not use other people's experiences, instead create your own.
Create your own.
So just because so and so got into a relationship and the relationship hit the rock bottom, it doesn't mean that mine also won't work. So every one of us has their own different path, and provided you do things in the right confines, provided you do things in the right way, believe me, the relationship will be enjoyable. That's why somebody was saying, stop telling people that marriage is hard, they won't marry your partner.
It's your partner who's making your marriage hard. Amazing. So what happens, Amma, what would you advise somebody who has gone through a terrible experience and they don't even know it's affecting their relationship?
Number one thing you ought to know is that experience does not define you. Because the moment you let that experience define you, it confines you. So so you just have to forgive yourself in the first place. Whatever happened, happened. Kuwa tu kama ambulance, my friend. Lia tu lakini maisha songe mbele.
Oh God.
Please take your tea.
Because this actually lakini move on.
Move on, So just be comfortable.
Oh my God.
Forgive yourself and be comfortable, and take some time. Take some time off before you commit into this relationship. And believe me, if you do a relationship in the right way, you'll enjoy it. Just forgive the past. The past went, just like, you know, when you throw something in the lake, it goes, you never find it there. Just move on.
And how can such a person seek help if, for example, they are already in a relationship, but both of them have brought in their experiences, they're having issues? How would such people be able to seek help?
You know, Rozitta, we live in the society whereby people today, if they hear anything to do with a counselor, they think everything has gotten to a worse state. I always challenge people, like in whatever you do, you need to check on your mental health, you know. That's a subject for another day. In terms of before even you commit to a relationship,
Yes.
you need to have a counselor. It can be not a professional one, but you also need the place of mentorship plays a role, because lack of a mentor, believe me, it leaves you at the mercies of tormentors. You need before that who is like I always advise date a person who is under authority, because you can never be a person who, in authority if you are not under authority.
Wow.
You can this person, let's say I'm dating this person and this person does not have reference to authority. Believe me, they will do things just like that because they don't have any person they're under. So if it happens, before you commit into a relationship, my advice to everyone, have someone who will walk a journey with you. This person cannot be like the way you expect, you just need to have a person who will tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. A person who will, when the world is celebrating you, they will call you and tell you that, you know what, Rozitta, you are not headed the right direction. And, it gives you more power in a relationship. If this person in question, you can go to a person who is ready to counsel you, who is ready to guide you. We have pastors out here. We have elders out here. They cannot be like fancy, they cannot be wealthy, but they have what you need for your upward mobility. So a person who has gone through all those kind of things, I always advise that find a person who will walk a journey with you and incorporate that person so that you can see how it goes.
Amazing. What are some of the things in your experiences now? What are some of the things that we can do to be able to improve our relationships? We could be having people who are already in relationships, but they're feeling like something is lacking. What should I do to make it work? What should I do to make it better? What should I do to get this to work,
I'm an old school who believes in one thing. The generation we are living in today, young people and single people are having sex more than married people. Even they can hold a seminar to teach married people on sex. Why should I say so? Insecurity starts to creep in a relationship the moment the two of you get intimate, not in the right confines. Because I'll be seated here wondering, because if I was in a position to bet this person, when they are walking out there, they can always be either they can always go to bed with another person. So it creates, it brings a lot of issues. That is why most of the relationship, I'm not saying all, most of the relationship, the moment these partners get intimate, insecurity starts. And even they can break up. You can take it to the bank.
We are taking it to the bank. So insecurity has risen in the current generation, and this is the cause of the downfall of many relationships. Believe me, dating is a point whereby you get to know this person more. You don't date well with your clothes off. You date when is a place whereby you get to know this person better before you commit. Do not just meet this person on the way and without trying to understand where they're coming from, trying not to understand what they stand in for in life. Believe me, you are headed the wrong direction. So you have to reach to a point whereby you be intentional when you date. You have to have what are your deal breakers, all those kind of things. So you need to date knowing the purpose and the direction of this relationship. Otherwise, you are in for trouble. Talking about deal breakers, what are some of the key deal breakers that at least everyone should have? The key deal breakers.
If this person, number one, they're not functioning in their purpose. Number two, do they have, I don't mean to be materialistic, don't get me wrong, audience, is what are they really doing in their life? They cannot be wealthy, they cannot, but at least they are doing something with their life. Because if the purpose of the relationship is for you to come together, to grow in purpose, to grow in understanding and to grow in everything that you are doing. So you have to reach to that level whereby this person, at least they are doing something with their life, so that when the moment you come, the two of you, you get connected, there is a common vision you are working on.
Amazing.
Yeah, so it's, you know, it varies, but at least for me, what I know is vision and purpose.
Wow.
Yeah.
As we come to the end of the show, let me ask you, what is your parting shot? The one thing you can tell people who are single and looking forward to getting into relationships, because we've just been talking about before thinking of dating.
Yes. I, as Allan, I will always say that people out here, they are good people. It depends with you as yourself. You need to be whole. You need to be comfortable with yourself, because the moment you take care of who you are, the world will always gravitate the right people towards you, so you attract who you are. So before you consider dating, before you consider any relationship, are you comfortable with yourself? Are you ready to do what it takes for you to be on the landscape of performance? So everything, each and every day, you need to be ready to understand this relationship. Is it getting me closer to my purpose? Will this relationship get me away from my purpose? So all those kind of things. When the moment you be able to answer those questions comfortably with the person in the mirror, believe me, you will have an enjoyable life. And I wish you all the best. Amazing.
That was such an inspirational time for sure. As you said, you're an inspirational speaker, and now you've just coached our relationships. Thank you so much for your time, Allan. I really do appreciate. And about your book, where can people get a copy?
Currently, we are just doing online. They can get in touch on my page, that is Allan Lawrence, and they can like my page, Allan Lawrence 7, and on Instagram, Allan Lawrence 7. Then they can always inbox, and the books will be delivered wherever they want.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate and the good work you are doing.
Asante sana.
Thank you.
Lady or gentleman, that was Allan Lawrence for you. I believe a lot has been shared, and a lot you've learned a lot. Basically, let me know what are some of those things that you have learned. Until next time, I'm your host Rozitta. Blessings galore.
Thanks.